quicker video today because I got a bunch of stuff going on. But if you can maybe see it in the background a little bit, I got a big old screen. You know what I play on that big old screen? I play Multiverses. All right. Okay. Well, it's downloading an update, but I will be playing Multiverses. I have about 70 hours on it. And I put probably half of that into the beta. The other half is the new game. And I just kind of want to go over my thoughts because I wanted to make sure I gave player first. I think it's player first or whatever. The company who makes the game, I wanted to make sure that I gave them a chance to like fix everything up from the beta and explained a lot of the things that have, or not from the beta, from the launch, and explain like why ranked isn't here and a bunch of other stuff like that. And while I definitely do have my problems with it still, I do just want to say overall, I actually am loving Multiverses. I know it's like a big popular opinion right now is that Multiverses is dying, which if it is, it is. I don't really care. But the game is fun. The game is really, really fun, man. Like Jason, oh my god, I love playing Jason. He is horrible in ones. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like he's trash. One of the worst characters I've ever played in a fighting game, but Jesus, he's fun. Joker's really fun. I've been playing with my brother. It's a really fun game at its core. Like it just is. It's got a very solid base. Of course, it's like Smash Bros. For me, it kind of takes my one problem with Smash Bros. That I have. Well, the two problems. First, that it's not locked on the Switch, which is very nice. Second is that they take a lot of the problems, like the characters in Smash, but I really just did not like. I'm not a huge Nintendo guy. Like, I'm not a massive Nintendo fan. So all the games that were showing up and a lot of the characters showing up weren't exactly that cool for me. Like, I didn't really care about a lot of them. To be fair, there is a few now. And I would say if I was to go back and play Smash Ultimate, I would assume Joker would probably be my favorite. You can't see it. Well, maybe I can make you see it. I love Persona, though. Persona 5 especially. Very good game, and I'd probably play him now, but back when I was playing that game, I didn't really have anyone I liked a bunch. Like, Link was probably my main because I liked playing Link in every other game that I've played, you know, Zelda. And Metal Knight, because Metal Knight was, like, really fun in Brawl. And both of them are really, really, like, they're both good games. I'm not going to try and compare Smash and Multiverses. It's just, to me, the characters in Multiverses, I care a lot more. Because Tom and Jerry, to me, is a lot more cool than Mr. Game & Watch, personally. That's not to say you can't like both, though. And the roster has way, like, in my opinion, better potential. I really hope they start adding characters like Mordecai and Rigby and maybe some of the Teen Titans, some stuff like that. I think that would be great. My problems with this game, there was a lot. I'm not going to lie. The Battle Pass was one of them. The Battle Pass was so slow. I have 70 hours on this game. I don't know how much is in the not beta and how much is. Well, to be fair, maybe this isn't the beta because I feel like the beta had a different app. But either way, I put a lot of time into this game. I'm only level, I think I'm 23. 29, I think. And I've been doing the weekly challenges and everything. It is crazy how much you have to grind to finish the Battle Pass. They did just recently up it, though, which was one of the first things I had a problem with. They also had a bug where there was some pretty silly combos, we'll call them, where you just kind of get kept in the air no matter, like, for a long-ass time. They kind of addressed that with, like, a side jab nerf thing, which is cool. And they've had a lot of problems, I would say. I still think the store, for example, Jesus, dude, store is crazy. I get it's a free-to-play fighting game, so you got to make your money somewhere, but, like, dude, holy... But honestly, other than the store, with the tweets they released yesterday, they were kind of addressing literally all of my problems with the game. They also mentioned that in Season 2, which is going forward, you won't need to be grinding the PvE challenges, or PvE mode, to finish the, like, challenges to do the Battle Pass, which that is so nice, because that's been one of my other big problems that I actually have had, is, yeah, you are super, super slow to just go up through it, unless you're playing PvE and doing the challenges out of your way. Which is never how people want to play fighting games. I'll just tell you right now, no one wants to play, unless you are Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is the single exception where people will genuinely just play the PvE. I'm one of those guys where I'll literally just play Towers and the Towers of Time or the Crypt or whatever in Mortal Kombat, and that's enough for me. And I'll hop online every once in a while, but my internet just isn't good enough to be, like, good at fighting games, so I just don't usually take it too seriously. And that's another nice part of this game. My internet being kind of bad doesn't really matter in this game. Sure, it matters some, but it's not as big. It's not as noticeable as it would be in like, you know, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or one of the other fighting games. To be fair, this is also just, by the way, I feel like this is the most fair and like I'm the best person to be talking about this from a casual perspective, at least, because I've played literally every single fighting game that's come out this year. I bought every single one. I bought Tekken. I think it's Tekken 8, right? I bought Street Fighter 6. I got Mortal Kombat 1. I got Multiverses. I've played Brawlhalla. I'm a fighting game man, okay? I love fighting games, and I'm a casual leaning player because, like I said, I don't usually do the competitive like multiplayer stuff. But that being said, honestly, Multiverses, like at its core, while it isn't, I would say, as flashy as, let's say, like Street Fighter, I think Street Fighter really nailed how flashy a fighting game can feel, and I actually think it's almost a perfect game, honestly. Unlike that, it's kind of, like I said, more like a Smash Bros. Game. Very, very good idea, to be honest, though, because I think there's enough 2D fighters, at least American. We should get some 2D anime fighters. Bleach game, please, come soon, I'm begging you. But honestly, I don't have much to complain about now that they've addressed a lot of that. My only real complaint is I really kind of don't like the event system. Like, I get wanting stuff to constantly be going on, but also, like, a lot of it is just kind of brain rot. Okay, fine, it's opening finally. But one of them, for example, is the Batman versus Superman thing. Or, Jesus, not Superman, Batman versus Joker event thing, which sounds cool, but then you look at what you get for it, and it's like, here's like 15 cents and a lollipop, and you're like, for like doing these silly challenges that make me play specific characters? What? No, I'm not doing that. I'll be honest, I just don't think challenges work very well in fighting games. I just don't. I think the only way you can do challenges in a fighting game is if you have like mastery for a character type challenge, because it just sucks when you get forced to play someone you don't want to play in a fighting game. It just does. No one wants to play every single character. Well, okay, that's wrong. Some people are completely willing to play every single character in the game. I am not. I'd rather just pick my 2 or 3 characters who I like and just play them forever. And I'm like that in a lot of games. So that I have a little bit of a problem with that. The quests and the events are kind of I also really think that some of them have been way too short, like way too short. And my only other big problem is Ranked isn't out still, but they also did confirm that the reason it's not out is because they wanted to make sure it was balanced, which I actually think is fair, because honestly, if they'd put Banana Guard in the Ranked immediately, like if we had Ranked Banana Guard that one day where he was absolutely fucking nuts, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted Ranked either, because every single goober could get to literally like top rank just by playing Banana Guard. It's really bad, but hopefully the balancing is a bit better. It was better with the most recent patch, and then I haven't tried the one that just came out, I think yesterday or maybe earlier today, but hopefully I'll fix it even more. I really hope. I saw they buffed Jason, which I was so needed. I'm not gonna lie, this Jason was horrible. But yeah, like here, I'll open it really quick since I can. You get 500 Battle Pass XP, then 1,000 Battle Pass XP, then 600 fighter currency, and then a Black Adam skin with a Jason mask on. And it's like, that's cool, but like, first of all, what does that have to do with Batman versus Joker? Second of all, like, what if I just don't care about any of that? Like, all I really care, like, I don't really care about Black Adam. I don't want his stuff. It's the only one that I actually kind of like the idea of is if you do like mini battle passes during each season that have a free character. Like, I think this Agent Smith one, if it wasn't as PvE focused, I think this would actually be really, really cool, because then you just, you'd grind the game, and you in a season where you're already grinding for skins and the new character and whatever, or just playing for fun, you would get another guy that you're also actively working on leveling up, and I think that's really cool. So I can see the idea. I just really hope they do more like the Agent Smith one and less like the Team Batman versus Team Joker. But honestly, Multiverses, very good game. I'm happy to see where it's going in the future, and I'm praying that people appreciate that they're willing to change things. And yeah, that's about it. Later.